What's up, everybody? This week's show is going to be a little bit different. I'm recording this on my GoPro here. Unfortunately, having some tech issues, so things are going to be a little bit different. Maybe the picture quality might be different because of the GoPro and everything, but hopefully it turns out okay. So I'll be basically recording this and I'm going to post it on YouTube. So there won't be the regular live show. Hopefully it'll be back next week and I'll have things rectified. Have the regular show going again. So there's a couple things kind of just actually wanted to do like real quick. It's not going to be the full show, and I'm not going to get to everything that I wanted to on the show, but there is a couple things. This week, Forza Playground Games, who makes the Horizon series for Forza and Turn 10, they announced this week the new expansion that's coming on March 29th. I believe it's a Wednesday. So March 29th is going to be the Rally Adventure add-on expansion. And finally, I'm glad to hear some news about this. I'm glad that it's going to be rally oriented. They definitely had the correct setting for rallying. They haven't had like an official rally thing since the first Horizon game, which was set in a fictional town in Colorado. They did have pace notes and stuff like that. This one will also have pace notes, but for some reason your co-driver is not in the car. They're in a helicopter. So that's a little bit different than your normal rally stuff that would be happening. And it's still going to be cool. The 2001 Focus that was driven by Colin McRae and co-driven by Nicky Grist will be one of the vehicles that will be coming to the expansion, along with a bunch more buggies. The new F-150 Lightning, which is the all-electric F-150, that is also coming to the game. And the area that they're bringing in is Sierra Nueva. They have, I mean, there's already in the game the area that they use in the WRC, so I mean, it's good to have a new area. Probably could have done with some of the actual area that they use in WRC. We'll see if they actually do use some of that area, but yeah, new area is gonna be cool. I guess there's a abandoned quarry, there's a forest and stuff like that, and craters and whatnot. I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it. It's definitely gonna be fun. I mean, Horizon is a solid game. I haven't played it in a little bit. As good of a game as it is, I don't know, it really hasn't kept me kind of engaged with it. And I kind of, the seasonal and the series thing and the seasonal stuff sometimes isn't really all that great. They had a Forza-thon one that they didn't bring any new cars with, and then they went to a JDM the next series and they had a bunch of new cars. I think I think I've said this on the show before, that if you're gonna have something like that you probably should come out with release new cars. At least one new car that's new to the game. But yeah, it should be good. The Hot Wheels expansion was good. I never got through the whole thing. But yeah, it should be pretty good. And hopefully it seems from the gameplay and stuff that they've showed, it seems like it is going to be actually a pretty decent game. Expansion, I should say. So that's kind of that. We also had the Daytona 500 last week. Pretty good race. I watched it. It was a pretty decent race. The ending got kind of crazy with the crashes and stuff, bigger crashes. Travis Pastrana, who qualified for the 500, and if you know who he is, he's not a big NASCAR racer, so for him to qualify was pretty cool. He did get taken out in one of the wrecks at the end, so he almost made it all the way through, and he almost had a top 10. But yeah, that crash at the end kind of wrapped him up in it, and he didn't get top 10. But Ricky Stenhouse Jr. did end up winning that, and let me pull up some of the other stuff here. So yeah, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. won. Good for him. Small team, 1-car team. So it kind of goes. Those restrictor plate races are good for stuff like that. With smaller teams who don't have the budgets of your Hendricks and Penske's and stuff like that. So it's good to see. It's good to see little teams win. It's nicer to see them win on a non-plate race track, your Daytona and Talladega and stuff. But it is always nice to see stuff like that happening. And we got NHRA's going to be kicking off soon. World Endurance Championship is starting off at Sebring in about 3 weeks or so. I think the Trans Am Series started today too. I believe I saw they had a race going live. The Kyalami 9 Hours was also yesterday. Most of this stuff you can find on YouTube, which is awesome. It's where I see a lot of the racing because they're not televised. But we did get the petrol box for February. The other day, came in. Didn't really open it, so I don't know really what all we got here. But yeah, we got the petrol box. I'm going to open this. So we got it right here. Let's see what's in it. I think I might do this. I might do it one more month because March is my birthday month. So maybe I'll do March, and then we'll see if we can find maybe we'll do another box type of thing. Looks like we got so we got some wire brushes. This isn't really a wire, more of a horsehair maybe. We got a microfiber towel. Cleaning product. We got Eco All-Purpose cleaner. Got a wire brush set. There's a whole set here. Tools that mean business. Okay. Sure they do. Got the sprayer here. Looking good. What we got here? We got a sticker. It's half tire, half brain. That's actually pretty cool. And that goes along with the pin. That is half tire, half brain. That's pretty sweet shit. This month's ride of the month looks like a 911. Pretty nice. Pretty nice looking. That's not the biggest Porsche fan, but hey. Then we got the air freshener. What is the air freshener? Doesn't say what scent the air freshener is, but oh well. And then we got this month's shirt. Let's see what the shirt is. Pardon the noise. Let's see, microfiber towel. I'm gonna have to put that with the rest of my microfiber towels. I have a lot of them. Since I do detailing things, let's see here. What is the front? So we got a shock. We got the petrol box emblem can. We got a helmet and a steering wheel. So that's a pretty decent design. It's a pretty nice shirt. So far, all the shirts I've gotten from here are pretty decent. It's the Petrol Box Essentials t-shirt is what it's called. Yeah, I mean, pretty much all the shirts I've gotten so far from Petrol Box the designs have been pretty cool. So it's not a bad thing, that's for sure. I'm gonna set the sticker off to the side here. Put that in my sticker box. So I have a very big accumulation of stickers. We'll put the pin back here with the other. I got the other pins and stuff going there. But yeah, Petrol Box not bad. I mean, if you're looking for if you're a car person, you're looking for, they do these like mystery boxes, like your loot crates and stuff. Petrol Box so far hasn't really been all that bad. Like I said, I think March might be the last one that I do. And we'll see if, maybe I'll look and see if there's any other kind of, I know there's a few other different mystery box things that they have out there. I'll take a look at them, whether it's, I might do a gaming one. I know the Chive that I go on a lot, they have one also. But yeah, it's pretty decent. So those are the main things I kind of wanted to get to. Talk about the Daytona 500 a little bit, and it was, like I said, it was a pretty decent race. Racing season is definitely it's definitely ramped up here, and it's kicking off pretty good. All the F1 teams released their liveries. Pretty good ones. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them really haven't changed all that much. Toyota released their new livery for this season in the World Endurance Championship. And it's not it's a little bit different than last year's. I do kind of want to say something about that though, because I've seen a few articles this week about some of the manufacturers that are in the World Endurance Championship don't run cars in IMSA. There's still a little bit of differences, and those differences are especially the Glickenhaus team raised a pretty good point that their IMSA's restrictions on a manufacturer you have to build a certain amount of cars per year in order for them to see you as a manufacturer, and in order to be able to run in the series. Glickenhaus does not. They don't meet that number of requirements, so they can't run an IMSA, which is very disappointing. So that means that you won't see the Van Wall. Peugeot obviously could, Ferrari could, but they don't have a car in there. I don't know why they're not running, but it should be able to make it more they should kind of relax on that, in my opinion, because at least you'll have those other manufacturers come in, like Glickenhaus and the Van Wall team and stuff. They can come in and they can race over here. They could have ran the 24-hour Daytona, and they could run the Petit Le Mans and some of these other bigger races, and the race that they'll have at Indy and things like that. It would make it more interesting, and it definitely, I think, would bring more people to the sport to see these other manufacturers who they might not have ever heard of. Because, I mean, they do build road-going cars. They just are in a very small number. So, I think they do need to relax on that a little bit. Because like I said, would bring more manufacturers in, and it would bring more attention to the sport. Because the whole hypercar and GTP thing was supposed to be so that you could have, Cadillacs going to Le Mans. They're racing in the World Endurance Championship. So you could have this class that's kind of, I guess you could say, interchangeable, so that they could run over at, like Cadillac, like I said, they could run at Le Mans. And, some of them can run at the 24-hour Daytona and races like that, like these bigger endurance races. They should be able to run, Glickenhaus should be able to, if they want to send a car over and run an IMSA, even just in more endurance races, like Daytona and stuff like that. And if they want to run that, they can. And Van Wall can do the same. Peugeot could do the same thing. Ferrari, they could, come back and forth, or, even Cadillac has one in the World Endurance Championship, and they have two cars in IMSA. It could be something like that if they want to send a car over, and maybe even if they have to change a couple things, add a little bit of weight, or something simple to kind of make them interchangeable and be able to run in both series easily. That was the whole deal with even the the LMP1 cars in IMSA, last year and whatnot. You had Mazda and people. The one year I was at Daytona, somebody, the Mazda people were having a Q&A about their car and everything. Somebody asked, why don't they run at Le Mans? And their answer was pretty simple. They said, in order to have this car run at Le Mans, there were so many changes that they would have to have